Get rid of Ayew, put Sterling in. Sterling's been dog shit. Ayew's actually done something.
Yeah,
I think Ayew scored 2 or 3 goals.
Sterling's hardly played because of it. Okay, fine, done.
Mount,
I think it's harsh.
100% he needs to stay there.
I
Although
think
he's not
it's
played
harsh.
much, but he's been shit.
I think it's harsh. But okay.
And who's the other one, sorry?
Richarlison.
Yeah, he's not been great. Again, he's been injured though.
Football Drop Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Football Drop Podcast.
Hello. Welcome.
All right, buddy.
Welcome. I'm good, mate.
How's
How
it
are you?
hanging? I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. It is hot today.
It's a warm one. I've got my Barcelona t-shirt on for you as well.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought I'd just wear my hoodie instead.
How's your week been? How's dieting? How's life? How's Ben? How is the lifestyle?
Thing has been mixed, I must say. I've had some good days where I've been under calories. I've had some bad days where I've been over calories. It's been a bit of a fight today, but I'm hoping I will make it. Our team is not looking good this week, though, unfortunately, is it? Which is not ideal. But other than that, Ben is good. I've had Maisie most of the week, well, pretty much all weekend, which has been magnificent. She's so close to crawling, man. She's like army crawling across the room now. It's hilarious.
Bless her.
So you put a toy in front of her, she's like, and then all of a sudden she'll just roll over randomly. I'm not a fan.
That's so cute. I love that stage. I bet it's a bit like watching you army crawl for pizza.
No. I would never.
On a drunk night out.
No, I wouldn't be rolling to the side. The pizza is my one target. I will get straight to that pizza.
Yeah, but then you have to roll on your back to eat it.
Yeah, mate, I'll learn to run at that point. If there's pizza there, all of a sudden, run, fat boy, run comes to mind. There we go.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. Motivate. Ben motivates. There we go.
Both
Yeah, how are you? How's everything with your side of life?
Yeah, it's not too bad, actually, thank you. Not too bad. Although, I've just had the most annoying thing I think that has ever happened to me happen.
Are you going to tell me what you literally just said before we started recording on air?
No. No.
Say, please.
More annoying than that.
That'll be incredible. Go on. I genuinely thought, I was like, I'm going to have to clarify this before he says anything.
So, I don't know if you've ever bought Robux. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, the currency in Roblox.
Yeah, right. So I just went to buy that for Jack, I hasten to add. And it was like, okay, log in. Right, log in. And then it says to me, right, you have got you got these pictures, 3 pictures. What is this symbol hovering over the full cup? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So basically, you have to identify out of 10 pictures which picture this other picture is hovering over a cup. There's 3 cups. They're all different heights full. One's half full. One's like 3/4 full. The other one's full. So then you have to go through select picture, right? You have to do this 10 times. This is just a fucking log in to verify you're a human, right?
Fuck this shit.
Hit login. Incorrect password. I'm like, nah,
after all that?
It ain't going to make me do it again, right?
No.
Typed in a different password because I'm not too sure what my password is. Verify again. From the start, get to the end, it says, no, you got one wrong. I'm like, fuck's sake. So I just hit retry. I've got to start again, Ben. Right? I've played this shitty verification game 3 times now. I've lost the plot. I've said to Jack, sorry, I can't log in. And he's then disappointed. Dad guilt's kicked in. So I go back again to try it again. Right? Get them all right this time. But it says I've fucking timed out. Because I had that little gap in the middle where I was pissed off. It's timed me out. Right?
No.
So I have to log in again. This time, it's taken mercy on me. It's only asked me to play the same fucking game, but 6 times this time. I get through it. Wrong fucking password. I still don't know the password, Ben. Right? To fucking verify the password, I have to verify myself as a human by doing it 6 more times. In the end, downloaded the app, logged myself straight in, bought the Robux, went home. What the fuck is going on? What is that about? You need to stop it immediately, Roblox, for those people who listen from Roblox. I was furious.
All these companies need to do this. They need to stop this. It's so fucking frustrating. It's like,
I'm all right.
I think it's Microsoft.
I can identify.
Flip the image. Flip this image so it fits in there. Why are you fucking doing it? I'm a human.
I can do that.
I'm telling you, I'm a
I
fucking
can do it.
human.
I know a bicycle. I know a bridge. I know stairs. That's fine. Don't let me
hang
fucking pick between half a cup.
You know when it says, like, select the squares the bicycle's in? What if it's
Yeah.
much over? What happens then? Do you sit there and overthink
I have no
it?
idea.
Do I?
I refresh
that?
it.
Do
I'm
I
like, no,
not?
give up. Yeah, give
Do you?
up. Don't know what the traffic
look,
light
I'm
is.
a human, but I'm not an advanced human. So can we go again?
I didn't go to grammar school. I don't know.
Sorry, we didn't learn to spot the difference at school. I apologise.
It was unbelievable.
So-
Honestly, mate, I have no idea what the fuck is going on there, but that needs to stop. I'm never using Roblox ever again. Jack's got to get a new game. He's on Fortnite now. He's on GTA 6 by the time I fucking logged into Roblox fucking thing.
Jesus. I just get that clarified by you before we move on, please. Are you at home right now? Yeah?
I am.
Is anyone else at home with you?
No, I'm home alone.
No. I noticed because you were extremely fucking loud and passionate during that speech.
Sorry. I was angry.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the passion, mate. You need this. Need this energy more. But you can tell
Yeah,
you're
well, it's
on
the
your
last
own.
one, isn't
You
it?
have not started shouting.
Sorry, mate, I've not had anyone to debrief that story to. You were the first one. You're welcome.
I've been on calls, haven't I? So you haven't been able to talk to me. So I apologise. Yeah, but I'm glad this is a bonus. We hear it first on air now. I love these stories.
Yeah, that was one that takes the biscuit. But yeah, in terms of weekend, all good. Jack had 6 hours of football on Saturday. That's a long old time, isn't it?
6 hours. Wow.
In the tournament, yeah.
What
he wasn't
tournament was
continuously
this?
playing. A football one?
Is it a sevens tournament or like five-a-side or what?
Five-a-side, yeah, five-a-side.
Okay.
Yeah. I must say, it was pretty bad, the way that they had organised it. There was right, if you're going to announce something over a tannoy, it has to be correct. They got it wrong more times than they got it right.
What, with the scores and stuff, or what?
No, they didn't announce the scores. They just all they had to do was announce which team was on what pitch. And they had it in front of them on a piece of paper. They got it wrong every time. It was actually unbelievable. Shout out Herne Bay Football Club.
Did you not go and offer them and be like, look,
no,
I'm a professional podcaster.
I did see Barry McGuigan, though.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
did you go say hello?
What a lovely guy.
Well, what did you say to him? You didn't say hi, did you? You said, who?
No, just
why did you say who instead of hi?
I didn't. No, I
mispronounced
misspelt it. I misspelt it.
The easiest word.
I was...
Hi. Who? Hi. No, like, hi.
I misspelled it in the text to you. Anyway, right, I'm moving on. The weight's been all right. Not been too bad. Yeah. Although I was well down, and then I just checked earlier, a second ago, and I'm up again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I even took my watch off and reweighed myself, and it made zero difference. You'll be surprised to hear.
Oh, that is disappointing. I'm teetering on the edge of a small gain or a small loss. It's been hard. I've put in some hard graft today to try and get this down.
Classic
so
Ben on a Monday, all week.
Feeling a bit
he's on the beers, he's on the pizzas, he's on the kebabs. Monday's like, all right, I need to be down.
Diet time.
I can just see you like chatting up some bird in the bar like that fucking meme. It's like, yeah, no, actually what I do is I do the 6 off, 1 on diet. See it be through really nicely.
Harry Maguire meme, isn't it? Yeah. No, we've got one more week after this of the season as well. And we're still in with a fighting chance of a double. A double double.
Who?
No.
A double title win. That'll be nice. That will be...
Looking forward to that. So yeah, and last big week, and then we can have a week off. It doesn't matter.
Sounds like you've just had 2, but yeah, let's have 1 week on, 2. That's the other meme. Yeah, no, sometimes I do 1 week off, 4 weeks on.
I feel like you're going to fucking draft these up and post them, aren't you? Me superimpose on Maguire.
Are you out with yourself then?
Speech mark. I can just see it. I've got to
I'm just going to have 1 good week and then I can have another week off.
Yeah, don't worry. 6 pizzas a week. On the Sunday, I had a carrot. It's all good.
Yeah.
Life is about balance. Dear. Right, let's
Quality,
go.
man.
Let's move into it. Let's go. What are we talking about this week, Will?
We're
Our
talking
final
about-
episode of the season, isn't it?
Matthias Cunha is a Manchester United player. Who saw that coming?
I still think it's a weird move. I
think
it's
it-
a weird move.
I know. If you think of long-term plans, it's a pretty good move. Man United are they're the richest club, the second best well-known. Like Man United and Man United, they're going to be moving up. He's seen future-proofing. He's seen the plan. He's like, okay, I can get on board with this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, and he's a Man United fan, isn't he? And I think he'd be a natural replacement for Bruno because he's heavily linked with is it Al Ali? I think it is. Or Al Hilal?
I think it is. Yeah, it's one of the Saudi clubs. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it's one of the Saudi
100 million
clubs.
they're willing to offer to pay Man United, plus pay him 700 grand a week.
Unreal.
3-year deal. That's mental.
Yeah.
Would you take it?
Crazy money.
If he was playing at Arsenal, enjoying it, like you obviously, you like it. You're one of the star players. You're 30. How old's Bruno? 32 or something.
It's not a like for like situation because at least with Arsenal, if it was me at Arsenal, I'd know next season I've got Champions League football. I'm playing at the highest level. I'm going to be in contention for winning things. We'll probably just miss out, but at least there's that opportunity there. At Man United, Bruno has got absolutely no idea what's happening next season. So if I'm at Arsenal, yeah, I'll probably stay. If I'm at Man United, I think I'd consider it more to go. And then, you could play, because I think they want him and he could play in the Club World Cup. So it's like, that could be quite good to play on that global level. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go.
It's a lot of money, though, isn't it? It's a lot of money to potentially say no to if you're Bruno.
I know you'd
Interesting to
take
see.
the money and run.
100%. I'd just do it for a year.
Yeah.
That'd be enough.
You'd become a
Probably 3 years
podcast
later.
mogul and just sit back and be like, all right, I'm going to do
Well,
nothing.
look at Neymar. So I saw a stat the other day with Neymar and Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo obviously scored like 98 goals or 99 goals, 20 assists or something like that. Won the 0 trophies. Neymar scored like 5 goals or something and won 5 trophies.
Yeah.
That's mental, isn't it? He's done nothing.
Yeah.
Played hardly any games. Would you rather be on the bench or be injured but still win all these trophies? Getting paid, obviously, a lot of money, but you don't play football and you love playing football and that's what you want to do. Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, I'd just say I'm the character in the dressing room. That's why we've won.
Yeah, you're certainly a character. That's for sure.
Thank you.
That's for sure.
I just wanted to say that there's been a couple of other transfer news before we move on to some of the European wins. So Kelleher set for a £18 million Brentford move.
Yes, I saw, because Flecken's going to Schalke.
Yeah, well, potentially. I don't think that's confirmed, but yeah, I think that's a good move for everybody involved there. I think Kelleher's a top keeper.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's good for Brentford. He'll get first team football, which is what he's after. I think he's too good to be a 2, isn't he?
Definitely. And Man City are targeting Ait Nouri from Wolves, who I think had an absolutely cracking season.
Considering the way they started, but Ait Nouri's been consistent for years now, isn't he?
Yeah.
You just know what you're going to get. 2-3 seasons, been brilliant.
Yeah. And they need a left back. So, yeah, makes sense to me.
It does make a lot of sense to me as well, mate.
Did we say that Arsenal signed Zubimendi? Well, they're waiting to sign Zubimendi. It's pretty much a done deal. No one's really too worried about it. It's all agreed, all done. Just waiting for confirmation and the medical.
Good signing. This mini window is so strange, isn't it? So it's open for 10 days.
Yeah, we spoke about it last week. We got it slightly wrong because I think
Yeah.
I'd convinced you that it was only open for those in the Club World Cup. But it's not. It's actually open
Yeah, it's not.
for
It's
everybody.
everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people seem to be doing things early. I mean, Liverpool signed Frimpong. They put in a bid for Wirtz, 105 million. And they're linked with Kirkes as well from Bournemouth. Everyone's going very quickly, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, I think you've kind of got to. Did
Chelsea
I see...
with Delap.
Yeah, they've triggered his release clause, haven't they? £30 million. I think I saw something as well that Wirtz was also being hunted by Real Madrid. Did I, or did I make that up? That Real Madrid
makes
entered.
sense because Alonso was his manager.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure on that, but I think they've had a bid rejected, Liverpool, and I think there was something around somebody else coming in, but I could be completely wrong there. But yeah, Chelsea, yeah, you're right. Chelsea have gone in for Liam Delap, which I think will be I think he'll fit in really well in the changing rooms with, all of the other people. Just crowded out.
With all the other people. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Too many to name.
Too many to name. Probably my namesake in there.
Yeah, they're all your namesake.
Milos Kerkez, yeah, Ben's namesake, yep.
So, shall we move on to PSG's... I'd say it was quite a close game against Inter Milan in the final.
Yeah.
What a team. What a team PSG were. Yeah, that was a cracking performance for the final.
Biggest scoreline in Champions League final history. Inter they didn't show up. But I don't want to take away any credit from PSG because they were electric from start to finish.
Yeah, they were.
They pressed everywhere. They were just so good. So good.
Yeah, I mean, some of the skills, it was absolute filth that was on show. They knew that 2-0 up, quite clearly in just like in cruise control, really. Then they just started pulling out all of these skills and it just started paying off. And I think Inter Milan it was just like kicking a man when they were down because it was almost like they were embarrassed. They were like, oh God, I've just missed out on that like back heel or, Dembele sort of scooped it back and stuff. This is embarrassing. I could just imagine they wanted the whole pitch just to swallow them up.
100%. It did look embarrassing, and it must be really tough because they were like 2 yards off everything. Just absolutely everything. They were just so far behind. But that Desiree Doué, how good is he?
Unbelievable, yeah. Unbelievable. He's only young. Was he 19?
Yeah, he's 19 or 20. It's fucking insane, isn't it? And all their team are young, bar Marquinhos. He's like 31, 32. He's still got a few years. But, PSG, if they play that way and keep going, they could dominate they dominate like in their domestic league anyway, we all know that. But in Europe, they could actually become a bit of a force, I reckon.
Yeah, if they keep them all together, Luis Enrique's done a cracking job. Mbappe, I think, is sat there absolutely furious, left to win the Champions League, and PSG did win the Champions League. Yeah, I thought there was something quite funny in that, but he'll definitely have the last laugh because he's going to go on and do great things, and I reckon he'll win the Ballon d'Or season, La Liga, Champions League. He'll be all right.
Yeah, well, he just won La Liga Golden Boot, didn't he, for his first season? So he's not done too badly.
And I think Chelsea won some competition or other as well, quite convincingly. I think there was this competition that was made for teams who haven't quite got the financial prowess of other teams to kind of win it, get into a tournament together and face off each other and make it really competitive. So, Chelsea with their £2 billion team obviously entered that and won it, so well done to them.
It does make a bit of a mockery of the competition a little bit, doesn't it? It does. But the fact they went 1-0 down... Mate,
that sounds so salty as unreal.
You do. Look, you are salty because we weren't in a final.
Salty Salisbury, there you go.
Salty Salisbury. I'm going to fucking get you a salt bait. But yeah, I mean, they went 1-0 down, didn't they? And second half, they were incredible, to be fair. Fucking tore Betis apart.
It did.
I mean, Jadon Sancho looked incredible.
Yeah, Palmer, mate. Cole Palmer back to his kind of best, I think. There.
Yeah.
Great way to finish off. Great way to start step into, not Christmas. What's it called? The World Club Cup.
Club World Cup.
That's it.
Club World Cup, yeah.
Something like that. Could be Christmas.
Step into it.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Do you want me to go over?
No, I think we just need to do our team of the season.
So we've got our team of the season, our team of the season outside the top six, and our worst team of the season. And I've got a few honourable mentions throughout. I wonder if they align closely with yours.
Possibly. I'm just trying to get my notes up. I can't remember where I put it. So I've got my team of the season. Did my without top six, but I can't find that now.
I think
we'll go through our team of the season.
Shall I go through a team of the season? Okay, who you got in goal?
So it's a bit controversial, but it's not at the same time. I've gone for Matt Sells.
I went for David Raya. So Matt Sells has had an...
Go on.
Oh, go on. Matt Sells has had an unbelievable season. I think David Raya has been just as good. And outside the top 6, I put Matt Sells in goal there, so I thought I'd even it up. Because I couldn't really choose between the two, because there's not much to choose.
Yeah, the only reason I went for Sells over Raya is because Raya won Golden Glove last season, and he's rightly so, he's done it again, which is great. But I think Sells he's got to that level, and the way Forest have been all season, I think he just slightly trumped it for me. But I'm happy to go with Raya on that one because he's in. If Sells is in the top 6 one,
Outside the top 6, yeah.
Top 6, yeah.
Who's your right back?
I've gone for Munoz.
Oh, really? At Palace?
Yeah, I think
he has had a
brilliant
great season. That's a really good shot. I didn't think about him actually, or did I? I can't remember. I did it the other day, but I went for Trent.
Yeah, Trent's had a decent one, to be fair.
I rate Trent. Who's your left back?
Kirkes.
Agree. Oh, so who are we agreeing for right back? Should we go for Munoz?
I would say Munoz, yeah.
I'll go Munoz. I've gone for Kirkes at left back. But I wanted to give a shout out to Robinson.
Yeah, he's been injured though, isn't he, as well? He was good.
Yeah, but he's had a fantastic season. I think you called that early on in the season, and actually he had a great season. Right, who are your centre backs?
Oh, I think it's obvious, isn't it?
Van Dijk and Gabriel.
Oh, okay. I went Saliba, but I'm not going to disagree with Gabriel. But the only reason I said Saliba is because Gabriel's missed about 6-7 games now.
Yeah, and as we know with the Predictions Cup, 6-7 things isn't really a lot in a 38-game season. But
well, it makes plenty of difference.
Gabriel scored, defended. I feel like he was the better defender out of him and Saliba this season, to be honest. I feel like Saliba was great, but I don't think he was a season before great. I think Gabriel kind of tipped him.
Yeah, I'm happy to concede on that one.
Van Dijk and Gabriel?
Van Dijk and Gabriel.
Who's your two? So I've gone a 4-2-3-1.
Okay, I'll be honest. I couldn't really decide, so I've kind of changed it up, but it could be a bit flexible.
All right, give me your midfield. I assume you've gone for a midfield 5.
Well, I've actually gone for a midfield sort of 2/4.
Give me your
midfield.
midfield.
I've gone for 2 up front. So I've got basically it's probably
gone for a 4.
I've gone for Rice and Gravenberch. Don't think you can go against them really.
So who's your 2?
Rice and Gravenberch.
Yeah, same. Who's the other 3 then? Oh no, who's the other 2 then? Sorry.
So I've gone for Salah and Mbuemo.
That's a good shout. I put him in my outside top 6. So I went Salah, Cunha, and Gakpo.
Okay, so Cunha was there, depending on what formation. But I've gone more of like a 4-4-2. Probably more 4-2-4, really.
So who's your attackers then?
I've gone for Isak and Wood.
I see. I've got Wood in my outside top 6, and I've got Isak in. I had Haaland, and then I changed it to Isak. So I think we go Rice Gravenberch. I think we go Salah, obviously. I'm happy with Mbuemo and Isak and Cunha. Is there anyone you'd change?
It's Cunha for me.
Who would you put instead?
Wood. Yeah.
I think Mateta was up there with Wood,
Mateta's close. Yeah, Mateta's close. Wood scored more.
Yeah, but
I feel like he's carried them a little bit more. And he had a couple of injuries, and we're still talking about him.
So he's
come from nothing.
You want me to pick Chris Wood over Matthias Cunha? I can't do that. I can't do that.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Hang on, we need to agree. What are we going more of a 4-2-3-1 then?
Well, we've got.
I've gone a bit rogue with a 4-4-2.
Yeah, it's got to be Cunha. You can't have Wood. I can't put Wood in over Cunha because Gibbs White is ahead of Wood for me.
No. You have a fucking raging boner for Morgan Gibbs White.
No.
You have got a stiffy for him. You fucking love him.
Yeah, because he's an excellent player. What? See,
Chris Wood has been better for him this season.
No.
Chris Wood has had a more outstanding season than Gibbs White. I'm not saying Gibbs White has been shit.
No, what you're saying is you just see goals. You just see goals. You don't see the build-up play. And I know you don't see build-up.
No, I see the build-up. And Chris Wood has contributed to that.
Right,
But
we
Chris
haven't
Wood
even
has
got
bailed
Morgan
them
Gibbs
out.
White in the fucking thing. It's Cunha or Wood, and I'm not having Wood. It's Cunha.
Okay, fine. Mr. Loudmouth, because he's in the house on his own, getting all shouty and leery. Fine. But Wood is in it for outside top 6.
100%, yeah.
So
Who
read
did we
it
go
back
for?
then. What
Who
have
did
we
we go
got?
for right back again? I've forgotten.
Munoz.
Munoz, thank you. So we've got Raya in goal, Munoz right back, Van Dijk and Gabriel in the middle. We've got Kirkes over on the left with Rice and Gravenberch in the middle. We've got Salah, Cunha and Mbuemo with Isak up.
Sick team, isn't it?
Pretty solid, isn't it?
That is a sick team.
So
I can't find my notes here, Will.
I'll go through
I've written
mine.
them down somewhere.
I'll go through mine. So I've got Matt Sells in goal, as I said.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got Aina on the right. I've
Over
got
Munoz, even though Munoz is not top 6.
So we'll come back to that. So I've got Howson and Murillo in the middle,
Wilson and Murillo.
and then I've got Kirkes on the left.
The only one for me would be you got to put Munoz in because he's made our team this season. You can't then demote him. Honourable mention for Ola Aina because I think he's been class.
Yeah, definitely. And then I went a bit rogue in the middle. I went for Tielemans and Semenyo.
Semenyo's more attacking though.
Yeah, that's why I went a bit rogue. Because hang on,
Okay.
because in the sort of up the top bit, I've got Eza and Buemo, Cunha and Chris Wood.
Yeah, I don't think you can have Semenyo. It doesn't work in that formation.
It doesn't matter because he's been outstanding and he needs
Yeah,
to
but he's not
be
been
in the
outstanding
team.
in that position.
Well,
So
you
no.
can't find your notes, and I've got control over this. So sorry.
Midfield, you think Bruno is in for a shout?
You're going to go Bruno, and you're going to say, who's the guy from Palace? Oh my God! Is it? It's not Hughes, is it?
Will Hughes.
Is
Wharton.
it Hughes? Wharton. That's
No,
it. You're going to go
Wharton,
Wharton.
He's not played enough.
Okay.
No, he's not played enough. I can understand Tielemans. I think he's had a really good season. So I'll agree with you on Tielemans. But I think you've got to have Bruno in over Semenyo. Because Semenyo doesn't play that role. Whereas Bruno plays that more midfielder.
Okay. I don't think so. But okay. So Eza, because obviously we've got Cunha and Mbuemo and Wood in. So it's that other.
Hang on, who have we
attacking.
got? So Cunha, Eza,
And
and who,
Buemo
sorry?
and Wood.
and Buemo and Wood. Yeah?
Okay, agreed.
This was an easy one because team of the season doesn't normally have that many players outside the top couple of teams.
Yeah, I know.
I suppose it kind of goes to that argument last week, a week before about has it been a good season or not? Yeah, it has. Because you've got Palace players in there. You've got Bournemouth players in there. We haven't even put Matoma. He's had a good season.
Yeah.
We've not even mentioned him.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting, this one.
So I've got the worst team. Now, a couple of these are questionable.
Go on.
Have you got a worst team?
No.
Okay.
Oh, fuck knows where my notes have gone. Sorry, man.
So I have got a bit of a difficulty in goal because I want to put Sanchez because did have a little look at some stats, and the only person that I could find who's made exactly the same amount of as mistakes as him was Murillo. Not Murillo. God, the Muric. But
I forgot about
Muric,
him.
I feel like was a bit of an April Fool's where Ipswich said, yeah, you know that shit keeper from last season, we're going to bring him back and we're going to get him to play at the back, even though he can't do that. So I feel like that was a bit like Ashton Kutcher pranking us, you know?
Could be, yeah.
So I went Sanchez over Onana
Okay.
because he's had the most mistakes in the Premier League. Whereas I think
That's
Onana's probably tops it for the rest. Any preference? Because I couldn't give a fuck. Stop doing whatever it is you're doing and concentrate on what I'm saying.
No, I'm listening.
You're looking for your notes or you're making up notes. I know what you're doing because you put yourself on mute and then all of a sudden you're taking yourself on mute and now I can hear clicking and you're not looking at me.
I would go... See, I want to go Onana because he's played more.
Okay.
But the stats don't lie with Sanchez.
So which one? You're the keeper. You're the GK. You have to decide.
Let me flip a coin. Hang on. Head Sanchez, tails Onana. Sanchez.
It's Sanchez, all right.
Sanchez.
I'll give you my back line and you can chuck some names out because this is hard because there's not been a lot of really bad players.
Okay, go on.
So right back, Walker Peters. In the middle, Connor Cody and Lindelof, but I don't know if Lindelof played too much.
No, not really.
Because they changed their defence, didn't they, kind of midway through. So I felt like it was a bit unfair to put him in, and then I put Cresswell.
I don't know if that's unfair on Cresswell, because he's not played that much. He's been very much in and out of the team.
Yeah. So do you see what I mean? Just see what I mean? How it's hard.
It's
I was looking
really hard,
through different bits. I think the two in the middle you'll probably agree with those. So I've got Phillips and Casemiro.
Phillips I completely agree with. Casemiro got better second half of the season.
Yeah, he got better, but he was still...
He was awful. Yeah, he was awful. Yeah, okay, let's keep that, because I think this could go on forever otherwise this pod as well.
Right, striker, I've got Onuachu, because he just couldn't score. Whereas I think if you look at Jamie Vardy and then you look at Liam Delap, I mean, who else do I have? Fulkrug? Hoyland's a shout. I would say he's better than Onuachu.
What's the other guy that they signed?
Xerxes.
He's done nothing.
Say Onuachu is worse than that.
You call this one.
And then, as you're sort of three...
I know, a left or right.
So I've gone, right, let me tell you. So I've gone Richarlison, Mount, and Ayew.
Get rid of Ayew, put Sterling in. Sterling's been dog shit. Ayew's actually done something.
Yeah.
I think Ayew scored 2 or 3 goals.
Sterling's hardly played because of it. Okay, fine, done.
Mount,
I think it's harsh.
100% he needs to stay there.
I
Although
think
he's not
it's
played
harsh.
much, but he's been shit.
I think it's harsh, but okay.
And who's the other one, sorry?
Richarlison.
Yeah, he's not been great. Again, he's been injured though. I feel like a lot of them you're picking on, but they haven't played that much. But I understand it, because there's reason that they haven't played. It's not necessarily because of injuries. I've just thought of a defender.
Okay, well done. Breaking news.
Leicester, Woot Face.
I did look at him. I could put him in for Lindelof.
He scored a few own goals. Yeah, he's played nearly every game.
Yeah. I just felt it was harsh to have Cody and Face in the back line.
What's the Southampton guys? Because they've shipped some goals, haven't they?
So you have... Is it Bednarek? I did think of him. Is it Bednarek? I did think of him.
Now, he's moved though, didn't he?
Is it It's not Bednarek then. There's somebody else that I'm thinking of. I did see Small Bones had a bad season.
I don't really know who he is, to be honest. I can't comment. I know the name, but I couldn't tell you what he looks like.
He looks a little bit like John Joe Shelby.
Nice.
Anyway.
Oh, this is really hard, worst team.
It would have been helpful if you could have come to the pod with your notes, but, you know.
Well, I had some.
Makes a change. You've seen some. Makes a change. Arsene Wenger over there.
Woot Face, Cody. I'm thinking, who's had a real, clanger of a season?
I think this is not fun for a podcast to sit here and
Archie
listen
Gray,
to you.
He's played defence a lot for Spurs, and he was getting found out a lot.
I feel like putting a
Dragusan.
player... Yeah.
He had an awful game, and then...
Let's just leave it at that. If you think of any between now and tomorrow when it's all released, you can add it in. Because I don't think this is good podcasting, Ben. I'm not going to lie.
Fair enough. Okay, mate. There we go then. We're done.
You just shouting defenders from the back of your mind. Drag.
Yeah, Dragusan. Yeah, soz. Okay, mate. I apologise.
That's all right, mate. Anything else you want to go through?
No, I think that's it.
Cool.
Player of the season.
Player of the season's Mo Salah.
Mo Salah.
Have you got a young...
Worse? A young player of the season?
Young player of the season.
For me, I would say Huijsen.
Yeah, he's done well. Yeah. Got his move to Real Madrid. I'd like to say, as a biased Arsenal fan, Ethan Nwaneri has had a fantastic season, but Miles Lewis Skelly, I think, is up there for Young Player of the Year.
Yeah, no arguments here on that one. I'll take that.
Let's go for that. Worst player, I think, has to go to, again with my Arsenal bias hat on, has to go to Raheem Sterling. Just for the audacity that he had to say, back, things are changing, it's going to be a new me, new club, new me, and then did what he did.
Offered nothing. Just sort of an attacker as well, actually, for our outside top six. Jared Bowen's been brilliant.
Yeah, special shout.
Honourable mention for him.
Yeah, he got married, actually, yesterday.
Yeah, it's Danny Dyer.
Yep, very cool. Congratulations, Jared, if you're listening.
I'm sure he is. Yeah, wicked. Well, mate, I just want to say a big thank you for this season. It's been a blast. It's been good fun. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. I've particularly enjoyed. I had a little look through our episodes. We've had World Cup guy on our podcast. We've
Andy
had
Milner, yeah.
Sorry?
Big shout out, Andy. Yeah.
Yeah. We've had Rich Crick back again.
Yeah.
That sounded like I was going to go into like an Eminem song then. I wasn't.
Mr. Man v Fat himself.
Richard Gray. That's not who that is. But we've had him back. Not back. We've had him on, which was an unbelievable episode. Abrahams. Oh my God, his first name was Dan Abrahams.
Yeah.
Which was an absolutely eye-opening, enlightening episode. We have had you, who's been off having a baby, and we've had Big AC step in for that.
Shit, yeah.
We have had Mary V.A.Armus back again. We have found that you can do media clips in Riverside. We've moved to Riverside. We have done so much with this podcast over the last season, that it's been unbelievable, and I feel like we do deserve a little break away from it, where we can go away, we can refresh, recharge, rejig up our artwork and what we do on here and our editing and our content and things like that, because it's obvious that we need to do that. So we're going to do that and come back bigger, better, stronger than ever with
definitely
a new attitude to life, I think.
I love this. Just think, for the new season, it'll be kind of the same as this one, but it won't be me going off, having a baby. It'll be you.
Yeah, I won't actually be having the baby, but yeah, I will be going off, yeah.
I thought that was that extra weight you put on. Sorry.
I haven't put any extra weight on, my friend.
Oh, it sounded like you did earlier.
Yeah, I did.
Put on weight.
I was really annoyed. I don't think I have... I can't have put on weight in 20 seconds.
Who knows? Let's call it here before we get sidetracked. Everyone that's listening or watching, a massive, massive thank you. It's been a blast.